As the world begins to return to a new normal from the side effects of COVID-19, governments are providing guidelines for opening their economies that offer safe, social environments for their constituents while continuing to offer support and resources for those exposed. Health Outbreak Manager offers a solution tailored to governments, businesses, and global health organizations for these complex problems. Health Outbreak Manager is a full ITTC, contactless solution that uses a combination of mobile and other technologies to provide pandemic support to officials, employees, travelers, and constituents in 5 languages. The technology, executed to the strict standards of GDPR and HIPAA compliance, centers around anonymous electronic contact tracing, technology-enabled manual contact tracing, and using live maps and location-based information to identify those that may have been exposed and provide them with resources, aid, and support. The principal feature in Health Outbreak Manager is machine-learned risk profiling backed by the standards of both the CDC and WHO. Risk profiling uses intelligent pattern analysis to evaluate a user's area concentration, location and travel history, demographics, vitals, known risk factors, and symptom tracking to create a recommendation of a user's risk to others and their overall health. Another main feature is symptom checking for users and their families. This feature provides the ability to monitor current symptoms based on CDC, WHO advisory notices, and sending of symptoms for consultations, testing, and when necessary, treatment. Health Outbreak Manager is a comprehensive suite that includes 6 unique modules to provide governments with the tools to manage their constituents' safety. Health Outbreak Manager boasts an advanced contact tracing module that uses out-of-the-box GPS communication along with co-branded Google and Apple contact tracing APIs to create supporting exposure networks to increase the effectiveness of electronic contact tracing and support for manual contact tracing. Potentially exposed users are notified through our robust notification platform that they may have been exposed and can immediately schedule a test and receive support. Within a travel setting, Health Outbreak Manager supports transportation, tourism, and immigration. Users can validate their travel plans and receive custom immigration and port of entry forms based on their travel history, departure, and arrival requirements and country regulations. Using the responses along with a user's profile information, airport officials can mitigate risk for travelers and entrants for visitors and their families. The Access module provides secure contactless identification through a QR code that utilizes layered encryption. The profile information can then be used to decide about a person's risk for entry into office buildings, local transit, restaurants, events, etc. Based on a review of the person's profile, current presenting symptoms, or an external check, such as a temperature reading, Access administrators can determine fully, limited, or restrict access to any user. Health Outbreak Manager supports a direct connection between users and healthcare centers for symptom monitoring, virtual consultations, testing, and treatment. A user begins by sending their symptoms along with a questionnaire, and within minutes they receive a reply with recommendations and scheduling a test or admission if necessary. If a user has been exposed or there's a potential that the user has been exposed, Health Outbreak Manager guides the user through quarantine management with symptom tracking, location-based alerts, random and scheduled reminders, and direct support services while in quarantine. A user's quarantine can be customized based on symptom trends, test results, and location-based information. Finally, Health Outbreak Manager initiates custom survey and questionnaires from the research community to solicit responses based on demographics, risk factors, current symptoms, and users' experiences. The responses to these questionnaires, in conjunction with reports and integrations with data-related resources, can be used to socially power solutions for pandemic response. Health Outbreak Manager is brought to you by SBTS Group, an ICT company that innovated the first Ebola outbreak system. SBTS has spent the last 20 years helping governments, businesses, and health organizations in pandemic readiness and response, and Health Outbreak Manager has been curated with that in mind. Visit outbreakmanager.com for more information.